Huh?
How did you meet?
So, story of how we met. It's basically like a jigsaw puzzle, so...
I went to go see the dive-bombing space pigeons in BG at Howard's, and I met Mark Michael, who later became our manager, but he told my parents about someone named Owen Krupp, and I'm like, okay, this kid's probably just a putz. Owen and I kind of hit it off, and we talked till about 12 at night, and Mark told us about a drummer named Odin, and he was from around the Bowling Green, Fostoria area.
I met Luke. Me and Luke met Odin, and then we all met.
So the first time all three of us jammed together, I hadn't even met them yet. We were just texting, and we finally came up on a date, and we all met up at my place at the Chicken Coop. We needed 3 songs to play because I think in like the next week we were playing at Howard's with the Space Pigeons. The first thing I asked them was, "Do you guys know any Zepp?"
I was like,
yeah, that it right away. It happened. It was like a big light bulb.
we did one jam and it just felt pretty magical. We met Ross Thompson after we held some auditions. Ross Thompson was a amazing musician, but unfortunately with his schedule he couldn't really do the band, so then I knew Hope was in my other band, and I'm like, I think it'd be really, really cool to have to give it a shot because Hope can sing at a lot higher registers. We gave it a shot. She came to the Coop. We started jamming. It was like a second time that it clicked again, because the first time was these guys.
Dude, it was so weird. That was like the best rehearsal I've ever had. Like I had never met this girl, and she was just like, she was killing like every song.
It was love at first note.
So our first gig.
Ottawa Tavern. And
That was what, in February?
Yeah.
Yes.
That went so good for our first gig.
We were only a band for
A month.
We played with 2 really good bands, Echo Record and Daisy Chain.
Yeah.
Love them. We played with Daisy Chain a lot. We're really good buddies
Yeah.
with them. Our best show so far was definitely...
Acoustics for Autism.
No.
What?
Our best show was Howard's.
Most energy was at Acoustics for Autism.
We broke the highest grossing night
Yeah.
at Howard's ever by a local band. We re-broke our first record we set back in November before Hope joined the band.
We rehearse at the Coop.
Where is it? Who owns it?
Bloomdale.
No!
The Chicken Coop. It's my grandparents' farm. Ever since I joined my first band, we needed a place to practice, and so we started going out there.
The vibe.
It's the vibe there. Like,
It's our
who doesn't
happy
want to
place.
write a song with a cat in their lap?
What do you love about your band?
I love that we kick ass.
To me, they become like a second family to me.
I love that they are my best friends.
I get to definitely express my creativity, and they definitely push me to be a better musician.
Rehearsal and performing is just so much more fun.
How would you describe your music?
Good. Imagine imagine this, right? Imagine like an angel. No, not an angel. Imagine so imagine like an angel descending from heaven, but like behind him are like a whole bunch of like, no, let me
How would you describe your music?
Leadfoot Granny?
So I would describe our music as definitely inspired by a lot of rock and roll music.
Classic rock for sure. We're definitely putting our own twist to it.
I would describe our music as rock and roll, but with a bit of blues and a bit of funk.
So I think what makes our music unique is that all four of us have very different influences.
I would probably say Hope for the most part, because if we just had a guy singer, we would be like every other rock band. And she takes like a new approach to it, so that's pretty cool.
Performing makes me feel sexy, very sweaty, and very happy.
Performing is like the best feeling ever. As a kid, like the only time I would feel confident is when I was like on a stage.
It makes me really sweaty, and I usually smell really bad. But besides that, it's the best fucking feeling in the world. When I go on stage, I'm all like cozy in my drum set. Feels like home.
Performing is extremely exhilarating, and it's what I look forward to most with this band, is just playing, because I think the energy that we exude on stage is very contagious and very special. So
How do you write your music?
Well, normally Luke or Owen or Odin, they all come up with tasty riffs.
I honestly, there's not really like a set way that we write.
Our writing process is usually, it's really collaborative. We all work together.
Once they have an idea, they show it to us, and then, you know, all three of them kind of just throw out ideas, and then they mesh this incredible song together. And then what I'll do is I'll record, you know, each separate part. And if I'm struggling, lyrics come harder than anything for sure. But if I'm struggling with lyrics, I'll definitely go to them.
yo, dude, check this riff I've been working on. No, it's I think we usually come up with ideas on our own, bring it to the group, and we all add our influences to it, expand upon it.
What's your favorite memory with the band?
There's so many. One time he opened the car door on his face.
That was literally like a week ago.
Whose house were you walking to, Owen, and you slipped and fell?
So, I was at my good friend Buddy Owen's. He has one of those camera things on his door. I was running inside, and I go running inside, and I completely eat shit and fall face first right on the floor.
Yeah.
Saturday night? Can I just say that?
Definitely one of them was when I first met Owen, and we just became like best friends right off the bat. A week later, I shaved his head for a YouTube video. That was really, really funny.
How did Leadfoot Granny get its name?
It's a pretty funny story. So basically, my grandma got a speeding ticket on the way to babysit my little brother, and we all started calling her Leadfoot Granny, and then ever since then, the name stuck.